Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for joining me. I definitely appreciate it. Guys, I've got a brand on the channel for you that I don't really review that often, and that is Timex. I think I've only reviewed maybe one Timex watch in my, 7 or 8 year history here on YouTube. Honestly, they just don't do that much for me. And honestly, they also don't have many divers. And y'all know that I really like to review divers above anything else. So that's probably another reason why I haven't reviewed many Timex watches. So anyway, today I've got the Waterbury 100 meter automatic, and this is model number TW2V24900VQ. And again, guys, I don't really review a lot of Timexes, so let's check this thing out. All right, guys, we'll get into the review, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this or any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. As y'all know, I get a very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store, so I definitely appreciate it. I have no idea what normal Timex packaging looks like. It looks pretty bland. So you get an outer sleeve here. You got a gray inner box. I don't know if they have different packaging for different models. I have no idea. There you go, it's got a gray box. Let's open this thing up. There you go. Looks like, I guess, some sort of manual right there, written in different languages. There you go. Waterbury Traditional. Waterbury is where Timex was originally headquartered, and I think it's in Connecticut, I believe. So I think that's why they're calling this the Waterbury. Again, they were originally headquartered in Connecticut. They made a whole bunch of different timing, for fuses for bombs. They did all sorts of stuff back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So a little bit of history for you there. Got a piece of foam. Here is the watch. And of course, I'll give you all the 7 specs that you need to know. And then I'll put everything else down there in the description field for you. Guys, I'll tell you up front, I'm kind of on the fence about this watch. And I really didn't know what to expect. I've never reviewed a Timex automatic before. So I really didn't know what to expect. So this is really as much for me as it is for y'all. So, I mean, overall, I guess I like the general look of the watch. I mean, it's not bad. It's got that, Mad Men 60s kind of vibe going for it. Not bad. So anyway, we'll check out all the specs and that'll really, kind of let the watch reveal itself. And again, I like dive watches. Now, the only major problem with this is that on their website, they even say it's dive inspired, but then other places on their website, they say dive deep. So what do you tell the customer, this is actually a dive watch or it's inspired by dive watches? They can dive with it, they can't. I mean, obviously it's 100 meters water resistance, so that's not really a dive watch. It doesn't have a screw down crown. So again, that's not really a dive watch, but they're saying dive deep. But then again, they also say diver inspired. So it's a little bit of mixed messaging from Timex, which I think is going to confuse people. So anyway, you're looking at a 40 millimeter stainless steel case. It's 13 millimeters thick. It's 47.5 millimeters lug to lug. Comes on a 20 millimeter stainless steel bracelet. Again, it's only water resistant to 100 meters, which is 300 feet. They don't tell you what type of movement comes with the watch. Upon further investigation, I found that it is a Miyota. I don't know which model Miyota that they're using. I'm assuming it's probably a 40-hour power reserve. It's got 21 joules. I mean, I guess if I really, really dug deep, I could find out what actual movement number this is. Some sort of 8000 series, I'm guessing, maybe. I'm not quite sure. You do get a mineral crystal front and for the skeletonized back. And I guess, if you want to check out all the other specs, make sure you check down there in the description field, and I'll list everything that I found out about the watch. So, I mean, it's, again, it's a little, I don't know, man. I hate to go into this review, already being negative, but it's a little bit of a letdown. Again, because they say it's diver inspired, but, it's just, yeah. I mean, I like the overall look, I do, but it's definitely lacking in some features. Again, I don't know what the actual Miyota movement it is. For the biggest thing that I just found right off the bat, there are no micro adjusts for this bracelet. Now, this bracelet is pretty comfortable, I will say that, but there are no micro adjusts for this bracelet. So if you got to adjust it, you're gonna have to take out a link, and then, then it might be too short, or, then again, you have to put a link in, it might be too long. There are no micro adjusts. Big, huge drawback for me. Any watch that doesn't have micro adjust, I'm like, ugh. It's just one of those things that I like to have that little bit of adjustment to fine tune how a watch fits on my wrist. So that's one big point against it. The Lume itself, you know, I compare, and all of y'all compare everything against Seiko's LumiBrite. The Lume on this thing is, I hate to say this, but pathetically weak. I mean, it's really, I mean, not only is it sparsely applied, it's just really, really dim. So again, this is supposed to be diver inspired. So, you know, I'm not really looking for diver specs, but it's like they're trying to fake the funk a little bit. They're trying to fool some people to make us think this might actually be a dive watch. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so the Lume is pretty weak, sparsely applied. The second hand is so dark, you can barely even see it move when it is moving, because it's got, I think it's supposed to be the same color of the original logo. The Walt, was it, oh gosh, what is the company called? Waterbury Watch Company. That's the original logo was that green color, but you can barely see the second hand. You'd have to like tilt the watch to see the second hand. So, you know, it's one of those things. I wish, you know, the second hand was a little bit more visible. What else? The bezel does have a fantastic click action though, which is nice. 120 click unidirectional, super great feeling bezel, even though you're never going to use this to actually dive, but it feels great. It looks good. I like that it has like a little ledge right there, and then it kind of dips down. I like that. Cool looking bezel. It's not loomed, which I thought was, you know, a missed opportunity. They could have loomed this thing. That would have been cool. All of the indexes are applied. You get to see the skeletonized hands. Again, you know, they should have put a lot more lume, in my personal opinion, on these hands. Only just the tips are loomed. And then the indexers are filled in with that line. Again, it's supposed to look very 60s, like late 60s, early 70s. Kind of supposed to have that look to it. Date window, I think, you know, needs some sort of border around it. I mean, you know, it is what it is. These are my criticisms. Y'all might disagree or agree. Crown feels fine. I mean, Crown's got a signed the Waterbury Watch Company logo on there. That's not bad. Minimal text right above 6 o'clock. It does see 100, you know, it does say 100-meter automatic at the bottom. So, I mean, you know, it looks okay. I mean, it's, you know, it's just one of those things, man, where I really am on the fence. I mean, I want to like it a lot, but I'm just like, with them kind of faking the funk, acting like it's a diver, it just kind of irritates me a little bit. But plus, I think, you know, personally, I think this thing's a little bit more, you know, expensive. Actually, I think it's a lot more expensive than it should be. You can get a much better watch for roughly the same money with Seiko or Citizen and get an actual dive watch. You might have to spend about, you know, $50 more, but you'll either get a really nice quartz diver, or you can get a pretty decent Seiko, you know, even like one of the, maybe one of the monsters, maybe one of the turtles, you know, for right around the same money, man. You could definitely get one of the Pro Masters in quartz and Eco Drive and Citizen for this type of money. And if you want to get an automatic, you're probably going to have to spend about $50 more. So to me, it'd be worth it. I just think this is, you know, I just think it's too expensive for what it is. I mean, if this came in at $250, but yeah, I understand that. But $300, you know, and it's missing a lot of like diver features, even though they're kind of making it out to seem like it's a diver. It obviously isn't. So guys, let me go and try this thing on real quick. And again, you know, no micro adjust, man. That's a real bummer. It's a real bummer. Feels great. I have to say, it feels fantastic on the wrist. Feels really, really, really comfortable. I like the design of the bracelet. I like the look of the bracelet. I like the height, you know, the nice solid links. But just no micro adjust is an absolute deal killer for me. Let me show you this pathetic lume. Let me go ahead and kill the studio light. Let's kill the monitor. And if y'all disagree with me, man, if some of y'all do, bring it on. Please tell me why you think I'm wrong, or, you know, why you like this watch or why you don't like this watch. Let's go ahead and zap this lume. There we go. There's the lume. And to the naked eye, it's fading pretty quick. Let me wind this thing up here, get it moving again. So, you know, and, you know, to the naked eye, guys, the lume is literally almost totally faded. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not really expecting Seiko LumiBrite on a watch of this, you know, price point and quality. But, you know, I wish they'd do a little bit more with the lume. at least skeletonize, you know, put more lume on the skeletonized hands. Maybe don't make them so skeletonized. I know that's just a design choice, but you know, I like dive watches because they're incredibly functional, they're legible, they're packed with features that you need. And that's why watches like this, that kind of skirt the line between a, you know, really a dive watch and a fashion watch, kind of irritate me because they want to give you the best of both worlds, but then they end up giving you neither. And it's just a little bit of a, you know, it's a little frustrating. So anyway, guys, if you want to get one of these, head on over to my Amazon channel. I'm actually, you know, I take that back. I'm not going to recommend this watch. I'm not going to put it on my recommended list on my Amazon channel. If you want to get one, I'll go ahead and put the link in it, but I'm not going to get any sort of commission off of this thing. So if you're buying this, you're just going to buy this directly from Amazon with no affiliate link for me. I just can't recommend this watch, guys. I mean, it's very rare that I do that with a watch on my channel. You know, it might happen, I don't know, once or twice a year, but I just can't recommend this thing. You know, normally I would put this on my channel and, you know, you click on it, I get a little bit of a kickback for it, but this one, I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it with this watch. So anyway, again, I'll make sure to put a link down there in the description field for you. If you want to head on over to Amazon and pick one up, knock yourself out. And guys, as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. I definitely appreciate it when you do that. And man, I'm a little bit disappointed with this thing, man. But anyway, until the next review, I'll see y'all later. Take care.